A super duper meta caster here in today's meta is Howitzer. His control, his long range poke is insane. Here in this video, we are trying to accentuate that. His long range poke is crazy, and this build hopefully makes that monstrous. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero building guide series. I am Sylphin. If you guys are looking for just the deck, go to the end of the video, as that is where you'll get a whole in-depth guide into the cards and why we picked them. So here in this early game, we are trying to play it safe, even though my team there was coordinating a nice little early gank there in trying for this Howitzer. So the very first ability we go for is definitely Land Mine. It's one of his very key abilities that does a pretty crazy job. And what it does is it pushes enemies away from the center of the ability. So when you put it down on the ground, it knocks enemies away, and it also knocks you away as well. So if you can get the mine in between you and your enemy, it can shoot it actually. It can send you in a good direction and the enemy in the bad direction. So that is very key thing about the ability. If you can get used to it, oh boy, is it really nice. Now, unfortunately, I'm not getting these last hits here, as that little gank attempt in the early game has pushed up the mini wave quite a bit. So it looks like he's going to go and get that ward, and that is a-okay. Now, these last hits are going to be made a little harder, simply because we don't have cast tokens. So our basic attack here is going to be a little bit harder to land these last hits. As you can see, I am having a little bit of an issue doing just that. So the second ability that we get is definitely our R2000 missile. This is what this build here is accentuating for sure. This ability is a long-range poke. Is a long-range poke ability that does actually quite a bit. So here, a very nice job by this Howitzer to knock me into an unfavorable position here, and looks like I am dead. So I could have used those slow mines actually to slow down that Serath coming after me. I just wasn't thinking there. Now, an ability I could have used there to maybe slow down that Serath so that I maybe got away a little bit better was our right-click slow grenades. You shoot 3 grenades in an arc to the sides of you and an arc in front of you. So it is actually really interesting how you can use the ability. If you shoot it up like this, they actually go in a fairly large. They go far and wide. So it is really interesting. It is really interesting to see, Howitzers do some work with their right click, simply because you can, if you want, shoot it right straight into the ground where all 3 grenades, bunch up very nicely. And unfortunately, there is the river buffs. The next part of your hero here that is really important, and that is those river buffs. So I know that the Serath there did go into the left side, and I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here, just because I know that I have that landmine. I know that she is over there, so I'm going to say enemy's missing mid lane here. I'm just kind of keep an idea here. I'm going to do this here to do that, and yeah, there she is. She went all the way around. Sneaky. Look at that. Very nice job by the Serath here to get some pretty good ganks. So here is our friendly team here. Should be able to do quite a bit. That's one dead Howitzer. Very nicely done. And there we go. So good job indeed. So fantastic gank there by the Rampage to do quite a bit. And here comes the Serath. I'm not sure. She can maybe burst me down. She is a carry. So she's going to have, she's not going to be scaling that well right now, but she will later on. I'm just okay here, making sure I get these last hits. As I say that, of course, I don't. And yeah, so there you guys go. That is all of his abilities, besides his ultimate, which we get just now. What it is, it's a really important ability for Howitzer, is it has a couple key things about it. What it does is is shoots you into the air. You go flying straight up into the air, and you launch a whole bunch of missiles. 360 ability damage. 360 ability damage over time for 2.8 seconds. And then the last missile does 50% of the damage, though. So it doesn't really... It's a bit tricky to use in the fact that you have to kind of anticipate that last missile a bit. And this. Okay, great. And there we go. So it looks like I'm going to get nicely controlled here. And there comes a Serath. So a very nice job by the enemy junglers, and I am just completely missing those river buffs. And that is a huge part of mid laning. Every odd minute here, you have the opportunity to, boop, I'm going to do this here, get some damage on her, and not much is going to be able to do. He's going to hit me here. I'm going to use my ultimate here. You guys get a showcase of that, and there we go. So this is fine. I can just walk right by as he did miss that, so I'm going to try to get her. Boom, baby. There we go. Nicely done by yours truly there to get that last hit on that Aurora to kind of show them who is boss here in this mid lane, even though I am missing all of those dang river buffs. So every odd minute, guys, you gotta be looking at your at the upper part of your screen all the time to see, you know, what time is it? What time is it? Is it an odd minute? Is it something else? So there you go. I did unfortunately wasn't able to land that missile very nicely there to get the whole minion wave. But I'm gonna go back here, spend these card power as is this howitzer gonna let me go? He is indeed. So very nice. Now I'm going to use this 5 CP here to unfortunately one away from our next our next card, but that is okay because we can just head back out and get that later. And the synergy between your abilities is quite great. You just got to kill there again on that Serath, simply because the landmine can knock enemies into a very unfavorable position, and then you can use your ultimate to do a ton of damage. So this howitzer here has to be careful, as I can use my landmine to actually push him forward and secure that kill. So I'm going to do exactly that here. We're going to see exactly what he wants to do here. I'm going to push him this way, kaboomy, and that is one dead howitzer. As you can see, there we go. And this, not much this Narbash is going to do. We're going to use our landmine, actually. We're going to upgrade that just because we want that, that we want to decrease that cooldown. So, unfortunately, unfortunately, it looks like there's a bit of a thing here. I'm going to do this. Ooh, so that's gonna. She might be able to get me a little bit here. Let's see. We're gonna hit her forward just like that. Kaboomy! And there is another death. Look at that with that fantastic landmine. You can do so much with it. And you know what? A good howitzer player can absolutely just wreak havoc with that mine. Looks like we might have a little bit of a team fight here. I kind of want to get boom, there's that mine, and there we go. So we're gonna slow down this Serath here. We're gonna do this here. Let's she's trying to get away. Let's try to shit. No, that's not good. Gonna do this here. Force her to take it, eat it. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nicely done. We can finish off this Serath. Nice. Look at that. And we're just decreasing this. Ooh. Let's see if we have another. Oh, we should have this. We should have this here. There we go. But do we have enough? I don't think we do. So I'm just going to do this here. I'm going to knock back the Narbash. There we go, to protect our Feng Mao. And look at that versatility that we have here. just insane what we can do. What we can... Oh, that ward went inside or prime. Interesting. Just insane what we can do here with that mine. And as Howitzer knows that he wants to get me as I've gotten him quite a few times. So look at the plays here happening already here in this match. Just absolutely crazy. So in terms of upgrading your abilities, what I definitely recommend is, as you saw, I upgraded my R2000 missile a couple times in order to get that really good damage off, so you can start poking down your enemies. But then go into your landmine, just because that cooldown reduction that you get for for upgrading it, I think it's actually super powerful. So unfortunately I can't rotate here and utilize the fact that I have my ultimate ready. Unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to do that. So here, you want to do that there. Let's do this here. Landed this. Oh, unfortunately I didn't do much. I'm gonna actually use my ultimate here. Forces my ultimate out, but hopefully, Rampage, baby. There we go. Yes, very nicely done. Gonna do this here, gonna do this. Oh, but I'm dead for sure. Yep. Unfortunately, yeah. So bad engagement there on my part. Hopefully that Rampage can get out of there. And the very nice thing here about these first few cards is all this mana regen is going to be really nice, and this mana regen as well. As long as we can stay alive. As long as we can stay alive here, we should be good. But the enemy team is converging there in the mid lane quite nicely. They're starting to turn this kill a little bit more. So, oh boy, oh, and they get the tower. So holy smokes, we might be winning in the siege department, but we unfortunately aren't here in the siege department, which is a big deal, obviously. As you can't win games by killing heroes alone. Here against this Serath here, we're going to burst her down just a bit here, and knock her away here. We're going to do this, but it's actually not going to be that bad, because watch this. Oh boy. Oh, dirty. Look at that 1v1 against that Serath. That's pretty crazy. There is a little showcase there of the power of Rampage. So I'm just going to do this here. She's going to maybe try to come in. No, she's not. So there's that long range poke. I want my 5.8 mana regen to really kick in here, to give me this mana, my 3 health regen. It's not that much, but what it is a little bit of poke, and I'm just going to poke down this Sparrow. I'm just going to try to do that as much as possible here. Need to place a ward here for some of this vision. Yes, the enemy team is probably back to base here. Ooh, is she coming? Yeah, she is. So I'm going to hit her away. Nope, she's not going to be able to do that. Ooh, very nicely done. I'm going to do this, and because we're just dead anyways. So very nice. Very nicely done. There's that crowd control being really powerful. As hopefully a Rampage here. Can't clean up? No. So crowd control, really powerful, as you see there. One little stun goes a long way to securing your death. Alright, we're going to try something here. Let's see if we can. I should be able to. Okay, not much happened there. I'm going to try to get this Sparrow. Nothing happened. Nope. Nothing happened, so we're going to have to try to save our Rampage here, but no. Nothing is going to happen here. Let's see. Oh, nicely done. And looks like I am dead here. I'm going to hopefully knock somebody away. And no. Yeah. So, pretty bad. Could definitely have gotten the kill there on the Sparrow, but I have been pretty good so far in securing those long range kills. So it is about time I learned my lesson here. Great. After we get a whole bunch of this mana regen, which I just simply love. I really love mana regen. If I was just playing a little bit, more conservatively, being able to go to engage and disengage definitely would pay off a little bit more. But this Elder Mage Amulet definitely needed now in order to give us that nice little bit of health. Actually goes a long way. It really does. next we go into this 9-point burst engine, just because the Hydroverser and Infinity Stream, we don't... Because our mana here is so low, being at 952 at level 10, we have to wait. We really have to wait in order to use these for later. So this burst engine will be nice to get us a few hero levels that we need in order to use that. Okay. Let's see here. Can I punish them a little bit? Nope. And there we go. So, unfortunately, that didn't work. I'm still going to go with my landmine just for that increased cooldown reduction. Just so that we can use it a little bit more. Maybe, you know, stay alive a touch more here, and just make sure that, you know, we can do that really effective control over the enemy with that ability. It really is super strong. So at this point, I believe I can almost one-shot these minions, as it gets really crazy, the wave clear you have with Howitzer. Once you get that power, it's crazy. Once we get that Hydroverser, it's an insane power spike. That's really nice. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we're gonna see here what boom! Alright guys, watch this. I'm gonna put it right inside his base, so that if he chooses to go back there, look at that. Look at that, very nicely done indeed. So we're gonna try to focus down this, ooh boy. Ooh, there we go. Oh, they're totally converging, aren't they? I'm gonna hit that Seraph away there. I'm gonna do this here. But, ooh, boom! The two-person missile there. Sorry guys for the lack of commentary, it's just really focusing. Sparrow here is in the right side, so let's see. Where is she? Boom. Oh shit. I just walked right into a Sparrow and decided to just eat her arrows. Sorry about that commentary. Wow. Damn it. Damn, that is quite unfortunate. So there we go. Pull a bunch of burst engines with that cast. That's unfortunate. That was looking like such a great engagement as well. Looking like such a great engagement as well. But, I mean, if we are going to let the Serath and the Sparrow, you know, get up there in CP, 48 CP. My god, 10 to 2. She is really hurting. So, that is the really tough thing about Sparrow. Yeah, that's crit. Yep. That's insane. So, 37. We're doing okay for our team compared to the enemy team. Yeah, below here, this Aurora is doing a really quite a good job. So, farm is hurting. Something we have to work on. Alrighty, let's see if we can. Okay, no. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna try to focus down this Sparrow. Let's do this here. These are slow mines, and unfortunately, nope. This is going to be a nice dead. Ooh, we're gonna do this here for that. Oh, but here's the Howitzer ultimate. Absolutely fantastic job, and the Serath is still not dead. God damn it. Alright, so there you guys go. That's quite unfortunate. The enemy team absolutely doing a fantastic job playing. They definitely did do a great job. After this, we go into other 4 cards here. That's the build. There's no really showcase of the build itself. But you know what? Well, still, go take a look at the build and explain it. Here is the build, ladies and gentlemen. Rambo rocket. Obviously, focusing on his rocket long-term damage over time with his long-range poke R2000 missile. Archmagus, like that for the structures. Just my standard thing I get. I think the structures really works quite nicely. After this, you go for the health potion and the healer token, just to really keep you alive in that mid lane. definitely something I absolutely recommend. Very, very meta. After that, you go into your Mage's Ward. Definitely need that in the early game. Gotta get that. Or in the mid games. Mid lane, sorry, because you really, really need it. After this, Mage's Ward, go into a Solaris Reactor for all of that mana regen. Really, really powerful. After that, into 2 Burst Engines, one with one spark, so you get this, and then you go into this burst engine with only 1 mana regen, and then after that you go into this Elder Mage Amulet, but you can get this Elder Mage Amulet with that little bit of health whenever you really need it. I got it a little bit earlier, later, I think, just because I didn't really feel like I needed it that much. After that, Elder Mage Amulet in this burst engine, you go into your 9-point burst engine, and at this point, you should have enough hero levels to have enough base mana to then warrant your Infinity Stream and your Hydroverser. The very nice thing about that is to replace it, you only need 1 CP. So the transition between 6-point cards and this Infinity Stream and Hydroverser, you only need 3 CP. So that's really nice, really easy to make that transition into Infinity Stream and Hydroverser. You save these upgrades for later, don't need them, and then you go into your Berserker Drive because you won't have enough power just yet to warrant this mana regen, or this ability penetration. I'm pretty certain. If you do, go into this Hate Spitter and then this Berserker Drive. The thing I like about the Berserker Drive, A, that mana regen, but a little bit of attack speed. Howitzer's basic attack cleaves, so you know the mix just the high amount of damage that this build will have plus that attack speed. I think that actually works really quite well. After this, there's nothing after that. The final build: Hate Spitter, Berserker Drive, Hydroverser, Infinity Stream, Mage's Ward, and this burst engine. You just want this burst engine with one CP of mana regen, just because the Infinity Stream gives you some, the Hydroverser gives you some, and this Hate Spitter and Berserker Drive gives you some. So you don't really need the Solaris Reactor or this burst engine. Just want this burst engine here. Oh, my apologies. Sorry. This burst engine is the one you get. Sorry, my apologies. Hate Spitter, Berserker Drive, Burst Engine, Mage's Ward, Infinity Stream, and Hydroverser. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this build. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.